Like damn, she wanna afford a taxi. I say I own it, and she got it.
What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's get into AEW All Out from September the 7th, 2024. An okay pay-per-view, but AEW still continues to do these long 4-hour pay-per-views, and this was no exception. I have no idea why Tony Khan can't book a show, a pay-per-view, that lasts at least 3 hours to 3 hours and 15 minutes. I don't understand it. I just don't. Less is more, Tony Khan. Less is more. I did not watch the pre-show, so we're not going to cover it. We're not going to go over it. I don't care. It's useless. No one cares about the pre-show. We kicked the show off with the first match of the night. MJF versus Daniel Garcia. MJF wins via a low blow into a jackknife cover for the 1-2-3. A wrong booking decision. Why? Daniel Garcia should have won this match. Daniel Garcia was made to believe, the way he was booked at All In, when he cost MJF the match with Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship. Daniel Garcia should have been on a trajectory to defeat MJF. MJF could have taken a loss. He could have recovered from it. But now Daniel Garcia is back at square one, and all this was for naught. This makes no sense. This was a dumb booking decision. I have no idea why MJF needed to go over Daniel Garcia. Now it's all for naught. It doesn't make any sense. It's dumb. It is absolutely dumb. I don't understand. I just don't get it. So during the match, MJF got Garcia in a Mexican surfboard, which was pretty cool. Both guys tried to destroy each other. So Garcia, he had a nasty power driver in the match, which should have actually been the finish, but it didn't happen because why? It's AEW. And like I said before, MJF got the win via a low blow into a jackknife cover for the 1-2-3. Post-match, Daniel Garcia basically did a power driver off the top rope. And then he gave Max a kiss on the forehead, and that was it. And he leaves through the crowd. And the medics, they checked on MJF. Again, I don't understand why Daniel Garcia did not win. It's dumb. If you were giving this guy a push, continue to give him a push. Enough of these stop and start pushes. It's dumb. Moving on, a match I didn't care about, and I didn't even really watch. That was the Young Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. They defeated the Blackpool Combat Club, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro. The Young Bucks, they win. Who cares? This makes no fucking sense. I don't care about any of this. Who cares? They get the win via an inside credit for the 1-2-3. Who cares? Moving on. This leads us into Will Ospreay versus Pac for the AEW International Championship. Will Ospreay wins via the Hidden Blade, which he did 15 times in this match. It's a Will Ospreay match, so you know it's going to be kicks, flips, dives, kick, flips, dives, kick, flips, dives. That's all he did in this match. And a bunch of no-selling from both guys. There was one spot in the match where Pac did an avalanche German suplex from the top rope, and then he also did a reversed Hurricane Rana, a reverse Poison Rana on the ring apron. He threw Ospreay back into the ring, got him in the Brutalizer, which is his finish, or one of his finish, finishers, by the way. And Will Ospreay no-sold it. He didn't tap or nothing. And so, Ospreay gets the win, obviously via the Hidden Blade. So he hit the Styles Clash, and then he did another Hidden Blade for the 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, this was just crazy. This is not wrestling, man. This is not wrestling. It's just a bunch of Power Ranger fight scenes. That's all it is, man. That's really all it is. I don't fucking get it. I just don't get it, man. What the hell's going on? But it is what it is. Clearly, we knew Pac wasn't going to win. And clearly, this leads us on the path of Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. We might get match 1 at Grand Slam. We might have to wait till Wrestle Dream to get the second match or something like that. I don't know. I would just do Ospreay and Ricochet at Grand Slam. Because Grand Slam's ticket sales are not doing well. They're not doing well. Not at all. Oof. If you guys get a chance to look into that, please do. Because I was like, damn. Like, Grand Slam 3 years ago, when they announced it, it had 21,000 people in there. Year 2, I believe it had like 18. And now, going into year 3, it's down to like, I think it's 6,000, 6,000 to 7,000. So, that's not good. But it is what it is. Ricochet was in the back looking on with a nice suit on. So, yeah, who cares? It's not important. Ricochet is already a lost cause in AEW, man. He really should have debuted here. But, what if? I don't give a damn. Moving right along. So, this leads us into the Chicago street fight. Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. Chris Statlander gets the win. This was a brutal match, so it was still chair shots everywhere. Kendo sticks, trash can lids. They did a thumbtack spot like they always do in all these matches. These hardcore matches, basically. And Chris Statlander, she brought out a chain and she tied her wrist to the wrist of Willow, and they beat the hell out of each other that way for a little bit. And then the finish came when Chris Statlander hit the Saturday Night Fever, and then she choked out Willow with the chain, and Willow went to sleep. She tapped out. So Chris Statlander getting the win here, it makes sense. I like Statlander, but in all sincerity and in all honesty, I do think that Chris Statlander would be awesome in WWE. I really do. I think she could kill it with Rhea Ripley. I think she could kill it with Jade Cargill, with Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Piper Niven, and so many other females. Shawn Michaels could put Statlander in NXT for at least a year, or close to a year, 6 months to a year, and Statlander would kill it in WWE. Willow, same thing. I think if both of them were in WWE, both of them could be wildly successful. The match was okay. It was good. So I assume the feud's not over with yet. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Moving on. So we get a backstage segment, finally. So Renee Paquette, she talks to Will Ospreay, who's thrilled to retain the International Championship tonight but he calls out Ricochet. He tells him to start racking up some wins and come see the champ. So Ricochet steps in to congratulate Will Ospreay, but also to confront him, promising he'll see Will Ospreay soon enough. So that's fine. I wouldn't do this match until Wrestle Dream. I would build up Ricochet for a good month, let him get a bunch of wins and everything else, rack him up, whether it be on Dynamite or Collision or what have you. But that's what I would do. So, I mean, this is fine. You know, this is the reason why Ricochet came. Oh, well, WWE, they held me down. Now he wants to join. I mean, now he's in AEW, and he's just in the same spot. It's like, come on, dude. Triple H was going to turn this man heel. He was going to turn him heel. But he chose to say, nah, I'm going to reject that. I'm just going to go and hang out with my bros. Ugh. Oh, man. Poor Ricochet. But it is what it is. That's what I would do if I was booking this. I would do Ricochet and Will Ospreay at Wrestle Dream. That's what I would do. Or Grand Slam. Either or is fine with me. I don't care. Moving on. Next, the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Continental Championship. Kazuchika Okada, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Konosuke Takeshita. And Okada retains, obviously. I don't care about this. I would love for it to have been a one-on-one match between Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. But it didn't happen. I didn't fucking get my wish. It's dumb. I don't care about Fatal 4-Ways and Fatal 5-Ways and Fatal 16-Ways and 19-Ways. I don't care about that. Can we get a one-on-one match? No one cares about Orange Cassidy. He's not over. This isn't 2019 or 2020 anymore. It's 2024. Let's move on from Orange Cassidy, please. And Mark Briscoe. I like Mark Briscoe. He's great. He's good. But he's not over either. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Hopefully, we can get something between Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada. We've got to have a match between those two. A feud even. Man. Moving on. So, this leads us into Mercedes Mone versus Hikaru Shida for the TBS Championship. And Camille, she's banned from ringside. So, the match here was okay. Shida got a lot of offense in. It was booked 50-50. Both girls are basically the same stature as one another, just about. I think Mercedes is like 5'4", 5'5". I think Shida is either 5'5" or 5'6", one of the two. The match was good. It was decent here. So Mercedes, she took like 4 straight running drop kicks to the face like 4 times in the match early on. Mercedes also worked on I believe it was the leg of Hikaru Shida in this match. Hikaru Shida, she was able to lock in and hit 3 Falcon Arrows. But she lost to Mercedes via the Monet Maker, which needs to be changed. Mercedes needs to come up with a better finisher. I hate that Monet Maker. It sucks. She needs to either just do her the bank statement or come up with a whole new finisher in general. Like, come on. And both women teased using the kendo stick. It was like a tug of war between the two. But the referee stopped it or whatever. I wasn't paying attention, so yeah. But Mercedes retains. Obviously, we all knew that was going to happen. What do you do with Hikaru Shida going forward? I have no idea. I don't know. What do you do with Mercedes Moné going forward? I don't know. Maybe Deonna Purrazzo and Mercedes, but that doesn't seem like a pay-per-view-esque type of match. You could do that on either a Dynamite or Collision, either way. I don't know. I have no idea what you do with Mercedes going forward. I don't. Moving right along. Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry for the AEW World Championship. This match went on forever and ever and ever. And I was pissed. Why? It's Jack Perry. Jack Perry's okay as a heel. But my God, bro. Damn. Why in the absolute fuck did this match feel like it went on for like 2 hours? This match could have easily been done in about 15 minutes. And you didn't even need a wrap up in this match. The fact that the Elite showed up, the Young Bucks, the fact that they showed up and they hit the, not the BTE trigger, but, the Tony Khan driver on Danielson, that was a travesty. That never should have happened. This match should have ended in 15 minutes flat. Literally 15 minutes flat. Like, come on. Like, Jack Perry's not a serious competitor. No one cares the fact that Jack Perry, quote-unquote, ran off CM Punk. CM Punk didn't want to be there anymore. We all know this. And it just doesn't make any sense. So, post-match, Danielson, he wins via the Psycho knee. That's how he defeated Jack Perry. So, post-match was great. The post-match angle was good. So, Kill Switch, he comes out. He takes out Danielson. And then, he comes face-to-face with Jack Perry. They stare each other down. And then Christian Cage comes out along with the rest of the patriarchy. Mama Wayne and Nick Wayne. And then the BBC, the Blackpool Combat Club. My bad. The BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club. They came out to make the save. That was Mox, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta and Pac to scare them off, basically. And then, out of nowhere, they all celebrate with Danielson just for a brief moment. And then Claudio hits Danielson with an uppercut. Danielson's shocked. And then Moxley brings in a plastic bag, and he puts Danielson to sleep, which was insane. This was great. So, Wheeler Yuta was acting terribly. He did terrible acting. Where does this lead going forward? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you guys. But it was a pretty cool little angle. So that was great. So, nice. And this was the co-main event. So, I mean, that makes sense. Moving on. Main event of the evening, which was perfect. I'm glad it main evented because it had to. That was Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland, Steel Cage Lights Out match. Hangman Page wins. So this match was brutal. So there's still chairs everywhere, kendo sticks, thumbtacks. I'm not gonna go over all the spots and stuff in this match. It's just not. There was barbed wire involved and everything. So towards the end of the match is when it. Well, actually, no. In the middle of the match, these motherfuckers brought in a damn cinder block. And Hangman Page took a suplex on the cinder block. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like a massive welt immediately showed up like seconds later. I'm like, oh my God, like what the hell, bruh? So, The finish came when Hangman was able to make a comeback on Swerve. And he gets some pliers or whatever, and he takes out Swerve's grill. And then he took out a hypodermic needle from the bucket. I'm like, oh shit. And so he ends up putting it on Swerve Strickland's lip. And then he hit him with the steel chair massively hard. We know it was a loaded chair. Swerve can't enter. Swerve is out, and Hangman wins. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you using a damn hyperbolic needle for? You don't even know what's in those. AEW is crazy, man. AEW is insane. These guys, my bad. Give me a second. Reckless abandonment. Can't even describe this. This was just, I don't know. I can't think of a word to describe it. It doesn't make any sense. They don't care. They don't care. Oh my God. Why would you use a damn needle? Why would you use a fucking needle? What the fuck? Bro, somebody is going to die in an AEW ring. I'm serious. Someone's going to die in an AEW ring, or someone's going to be paralyzed in an AEW ring. One of the two things are going to happen. One of the two. What the fuck are you bringing a needle in? The fuck? This is stupid. Hangman wins. It was the right decision, but you didn't need to bring in a damn hyperbolic needle. My bad. A hypodermic needle. You didn't need to bring it in. I don't know, man. The show itself was okay for the most part, you know. So Garcia not winning was a dumb booking decision. What do you do with Mercedes Moné going forward? I have no idea. What do you do with Carido going forward? What's this whole deal with Mox and his faction? I think that was the only cool thing that came out of this show. Hangman winning was the right decision. But it is what it is, I guess. But most of these matches felt like they could have taken place on a random episode of Dynamite or Collision. The only thing that felt like a main event truly was Swerve and Hangman. That was the only feud. Only thing that felt like a pay-per-view. Every other match could have taken place on a random episode of Dynamite, including the co-main event. The co-main event, for me, took me out of the show because it was too damn long. It didn't need that. Like, I don't care about Jack Perry like that. Like, Danielson should have been able to defeat Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, within at least 10 to 15 minutes. Like, seriously. But it is what it is. But what did you guys think of AEW All Out? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.